What it do? What it's your boy? You know what time it is. I ain't even gotta say my name. This is the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Hey, Drew Keys, Capo, drop that beat.
Drew on the keys on this shit now.
What it do? What it's your boy, Hollywood Mike T. As you can see, if you heard the intro, I am hosting this week. You already know what time it is. And I got my main man, my wild card ma, straight from, I can't really say it right now. I'm not going to say it right now.
No. You can say it. Hey,
From Kansas City, Missouri. You know what time it is. You also, Shantae, G Money, and my main man, Jae Jones. They wish they could be here with us tonight. But this is the Man Cave Sports Podcast. We are here for another episode. And since we started with Kansas City, let's start with the Super Bowl. But
you got to.
yes, but let's start in another lane first, how you did last week. Let's start with the Super Bowl halftime show. Hey, man, Kendrick Lamar, he proves they not like us. And he did a bunch of GNX songs and more recent songs. He had a great symbolization of what he was trying to. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just made it up. He just did a great artistic vision of what he thought the Super Bowl should be. And it was dope for Black people. It was dope for America as well. Me personally, I liked it, but I didn't think it was the greatest, like some people think. So I kind of don't want to even really give my full opinion because I think I'm even going to get attacked for saying that, even though I just said I liked it. It seems to be a dividing thing in the community. If you liked it or didn't like it, or if you're not calling it the greatest Super Bowl halftime show, Wildcard Mar, let me know what you think about the halftime show.
It was dope. Like uh Serena doing, a little walk on a little corner, little stage. That was dope. Um, but I mean, I might get attacked for saying some stuff too. I just
Uh-oh.
gotta be honest, man. Hey, like I thought he focused on Drizzy too much, bro. Like dog, it's almost a year, bro. Like you beating the damn horse. Like, yo, you won. Like 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 come on, bro. You won. I like hey, like this to me, I thought it had he kind of been like more focused on just being in the moment because like it's not like you get to perform at the Super Bowl on a regular day like that's just handed out to everybody. Like I thought you should have been like, and you just cleaned up at the Grammys. This man won Grammys off of this song, bro. Like how much? How much more you need, bro? Game over. Okay, we got it. We got it, bro. I mean, I thought it was a little overkill on the little symbolism for Drake. I guess a lot of people still trying to think he was dropping some subliminal, takes in there. I'm like, I don't know, man. I was high, drunk, and full, and I was sad because my team was getting their ass kicked. So I don't even know if I was paying attention to it that deep. So I don't know.
So I've seen a lot of that as well. I think we've all seen that it was a lot of symbolism in the performance. And it was a lot of different things that you had to catch up on. I caught up on everything he was doing, from Uncle Sam and all that. The red, white, and blue, and him standing in the middle. I caught all of that when I watched it. I watched it again, and I caught it even more, some more stuff that I caught as well. Um, but I also understand from the standpoint, like there's two standpoints. There's one standpoint that says, well, we don't need to be entertained right now. He did a great thing. He put out a great message. And then the other standpoint is this is the Super Bowl halftime show, which has always been entertaining to us, and it's not necessarily been about messages or messages that we had to think about. No one's thinking about that because at the end of the day, and this is a fair thing that people have to understand from the other side, I think. It's the Super Bowl halftime show. While you may think this is the halftime show and that you need to make a message on, there's a second half of football that people trying to pay attention to, and I think that's why it's two sides of it. It's like it's ironic that he stood in the middle and he was showing that America was divided. And then we talking about how people reacted to this performance because people are divided, as he was saying in America. So that's the irony in it. I think it was ballsy. I'm going to give Kendrick some props. I think it was ballsy because if he would have did what we traditionally know for Super Bowls where people do their hits, Kendrick has a hell of a show. But I think maybe, and let me just say this because I didn't think the same way in the beginning of the week that I do now. Let me say that. Doing that in front of Donald Trump
Ooh, ooh.
was you know what I'm saying? You know, like what it's he was, don't get it twisted. I also agree that he spent a little bit too much time on Drake.
Fam, I ain't even thinking of it. No, but hold on. I'm gonna let you finish what you said, but fam, I don't think people. Hey, did y'all hear what my man did? I ain't even think of that. For you to even have that message, and like you said, all that symbolism in front of Trump, and I'm pretty. I'm assuming Trump stayed during at least through the halftime and probably left at some point during the second half because he's like, yo, these getting their ass whooped. So
Right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably saw that performance and um yeah,
Yeah. I think
I'm gonna be fucking you guys up.
at the least, and I think this is what people I think this is something that people need to understand as well. Yes, it was very anti-Drake, but it was very, very, very pro-black.
Oh yeah.
And he did that in front of Trump. So me looking at it from that lens, like again, to the people out there that, and I'm not talking about, and I hate to make this racial because I see white people saying it more than I see black people. To the people that are saying that it's the Super Bowl, I don't need a message during the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not going to be one of those people that say F you. I'm not because I kind of get it because that's almost how I felt in the beginning when I first saw it. But my message to you all will be go back and watch it. And you'll see how beautiful it was of a performance and what he was trying to accomplish. Um, Again, I agree with Wildcard Mar as far as the anti-Drake sentiment of it. Um, that to me was a little bit too much for Kendrick because Kendrick is so dope without even mentioning Drake.
That's that's
So I understand what Wildcard Mar is saying that. So I got your back on that. I understand what you're saying about that. It's not that people are Drake fans that we're saying that. I'm saying that from a standpoint that I know how dope Kendrick Lamar is.
boom. You
You
said
know what
that.
I'm saying?
You said that perfectly.
So I could understand where people also feel about that. But then I can also understand on the flip side, hey, bruh, this man said I beat on my wife.
I
So the gloves is off. So if I got to kill him,
I gotta
I'm
kill
going
him.
to kill him. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's one of those performances that will be, is it better than Michael? No. Is it better than Beyonce? No. Is it better than Prince? No. But we got 50 something of them that we can talk about that maybe not 50 because I think they started with Michael. So maybe 30 of them that we can talk about, that we can rank it, and we can do that on another day. But I think this is one of the most talked about, one of the most successful, one of the most um, message driven halftime shows we've ever seen. Shouts out to Kendrick and his team for how they did it. And if you watch this and when we clip it up, if you only watch the clip, please watch the whole show of what we said. Because if you think we just trashing Kendrick, you're 100% wrong. So go back if you just see it. If I'm doing the clips this week or whoever doing the clips this week, and if it ends this at this part, please make sure that you come back to the show and you watch what we're really saying. Kendrick Lamar is a dope artist. But I also want to say this lastly. To all you people that don't know Kendrick or don't know Drake, shut up. Please. Enjoy who you enjoy, but you don't have to hate one because you like the other. All right? I mean, I like both of them. And I'm going to continue to like both of them. And if you want to judge me for liking both of them, screw you. I like both of them. I don't know Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, just like I don't know Aubrey Graham.
Screw you, buddy.
I like both of their musics at different points in times in my throughout my day. I could want to turn up the Drake at the club maybe later on, although I don't really club much. But I can also be driving to work and listen to Euphoria. If you know anybody that know me during the summer when Euphoria came out, everywhere I went, I was playing Euphoria. So like who you like, but at the same time, let's not make this weird because the Drake fans are making it weird. The Kendrick fans is making it kind of weird. Let's just enjoy it. Neither one of us, none of us are getting paid from this for real. So let them enjoy their success and let's just keep it moving. And when like I said about keeping it moving, let's get to the Super Bowl 59 on the dotted line. Ooh, we.
Man.
There was one person in here last week that said Philly was going to win. I was off by the score. Boy, was I off. I think they might have had 27 by halftime. But the other team didn't have 24 by halftime. It was the Philadelphia.
Had 24 for the whole game.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles won not only the Super Bowl, but the game for Mike T's fandom. You're playing hard for me. Wildcard Ma, before I get into my soliloquy about the Super Bowl, the floor is yours.
Hey man, hey, it just it be like that sometimes, man. Um, you know, hey, Mike Tyson got that ass whooped by Buster Douglas. That happened. That happened. You know. So the Yankees, they lost to a a newly baseball team, a few years old. You know, to the Diamondbacks.
I
It
remember that.
happened. It's happened. Um, I mean, there's been Goliath teams that just sometimes it just ain't they day. And I just want to put this out there for you for people to understand what how good Patrick Mahomes is. He's been to the Super Bowl 5 times with 5 different left tackles.
Mm.
That's instability. Just
Mm.
letting you know. That's the definition of instability. All right.
Any other quarterback, they would have been pointing that out. You're right.
That is the definition of instability. So it came full circle in this Super Bowl on how the Chiefs look, to their credit, they've tried to get a left tackle. They've been trying. They've been trying everything. And nothing's been able to just stick. All right. So that's the one thing they haven't figured out, and that's going to be their chink in their dynasty until they figure it out. They got to get a left tackle. You got I don't care how good you are. If you don't have protection, you know, it ain't pretty. Ask Tom Brady, ask Peyton Manning, ask Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, MVP, ask any quarterback in any worth of significance that play in the NFL, and they say if you don't have your left tackle, especially if you're a right-handed quarterback, if you don't have your left tackle, it's gonna be a tough year for you. It's gonna be a tough career for you. So yeah, man, they gotta address it. They gotta keep addressing it until they find something. I mean, sometimes you just gotta keep throwing whatever the hell you can at the wall until something sticks. So
You done?
yeah, man, and it is what it is, man. Congratulations to the Eagles. Y'all were the better team. It was BTA, and if you know what that means, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to watch a little bit more Moco Center. Then yeah. Congratulations, Eagles. It is what it is. We'll probably see y'all again. So we'll probably run this back for a trilogy. So hopefully we'll be better. But I'm proud that the defense. I told somebody I had a bad feeling that it was going to be bad for the Chiefs, but I still was rocking for my squad. But I did say that we was going to keep Saquon under 100, and we kept it way under 100. So I'm proud of that.
Okay.
More
Can,
vic- more victory.
can I give you some pushback?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What were the quarterbacks' names you named? You named some other quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson. I don't remember the other ones you named.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Okay. Here's the pushback. And I've seen only Kansas City fans do this. Those quarterbacks you named, we have never, ever, ever allowed them to use the excuse that you just used. None of them. Tom Brady has played with multiple left tackles. Lamar has, I believe. I also believe Josh Allen has as well. Maybe not as much as Patrick, and with 5 different ones. But when Lamar loses to Josh Allen, no one says, yo, they didn't have Zay Flowers. When Josh Allen loses to Patrick Mahomes, no one says that they had people that was injured on their line as well. They blame the quarterback. And just as bad as the line played, Patrick Mahomes played bad too.
Oh, yeah, nah, he played
So
like.
did Travis Kelsey. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this up, because you didn't bring it up.
Oh no, but I mean, hey, look, there's enough blame all around.
Pat got to take some blame, man.
Oh no, he didn't play good. Nobody played good, especially if you're on the offensive side. Nobody played good on the offensive side. The defense gave him multiple times to, they came up with an interception early, and they
Mm-hmm.
gave him an opportunity to do something, 3 and out. Um, the
And then
defense,
Patrick throws a pick six.
yeah, he throws it like he gave up pretty much 14 points off gate in the first half, and you already down in the hole, and the defense is looking like, bro, like what more can y'all do like damn. The only thing we ain't did was score. If we score, we might be in this game. That's the what if I'm the defense, I'm looking at these boys like, yo, bro, help me. Finish it. Help me. The defense is looking at Pat, especially Pat. I think it's just it's crazy because you never seen. So I was talking to my homeboy who's another Chiefs fan on this podcast. This is worse than the Super Bowl 55 when they lost to Tampa Bay. Cause like Pat was able to like scramble and was like throw the ball and give players an opportunity to make a play. Like Tyreek had the football, hit him right in his face. A running back right in his face, dropped it in the end zone. So he like y'all remember the photo when he's doing the Superman, he's like literally flying like football. Hit the receiver right in the face. Gave guys opportunity. Even Travis Kelsey dropped one of those passes. This one, he ain't had no time to run. And then when he actually had Travis Kelce or somebody open, he didn't see him because the man was seeing ghosts. He's like, yo,
Nah, Travis Kelce, there's some plays out there that people have pointed out.
yeah,
He
he's just
played
kind of
like a
yeah,
total. He
yeah,
played like a total wussy.
yeah.
He played like a wuss this whole game. I seen one play where he just stood there
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
Pat was trying to run away and get away.
Yeah.
He just stood there. So I mean, I just think with this team, I just think with this Kansas City team, people are, and especially sports media, but Kansas City fans mainly aren't just keeping it real because they've been so used to Pat Mahomes' success that they don't want to acknowledge that he's one of the main reasons y'all lost that game. Travis Kelce, who's been there for so long, y'all love him so much that he's one of the main reasons why y'all lost that game. That attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just coming into the game. They were worried about the wrong thing. Chris Jones. Um, not even gonna say what he did before the game, but
I
it
feel
just seemed like, huh?
I feel you.
They
He
were just focused on the wrong things going into the game. Like they already had it locked down and they played against a team that was like, look, bro, we lost this joint before. Now we got this running back right here with us. And I think that even though Saquon did not affect the game with his stats, he affected the game because you always had the answer for him, which opened up the passing game. You seen Devontae get a touchdown. You see AJ get a touchdown. Um, you see Dotson with a big pass. Dotson, who was traded from the Commanders, you know, get a big pass. I think that touchdown was called back, not called back, but it wasn't called a touchdown.
it was down at the one.
Right, so he was down at the one. Um, I just think that the Chiefs. I don't think Andy Reid or the game plan was the problem. I just don't. I think that we watched them execute these same plays throughout the whole season. You don't get to the Super Bowl and switch up things really, um, unless you have to really make adjustments. And I think the adjustments that I will say some of the adjustments that they probably tried to make because of their offensive line, they couldn't. Um, but I think they were already too deep in the hole before they even got to that point. I just think they was outmatched. I think Philly needs their credit. They were outplayed all lights out all year. We talked about Jalen Hurts, ironically, last week, how people try to doubt him and say negative things about him. He's the Super Bowl MVP. Um, People are still whispering about now he's not that good. Hey, sports media, if you want to keep saying that and look stupid, do you? This is not a Nick Foles situation. This guy's been a full-time starter since he's been in the league, and he's been up for the MVP award before. So this is not a guy that just, he's the backup and he just won a Super Bowl. No, Jalen Hurts is legit.
Yeah.
And I think he stamped it, and I hope that he stamped it in people's minds. Um, but
I agree with you on that.
I
Yeah.
think this Super Bowl just showed nothing against the Chiefs. But I think that 3P window's over.
Man,
Um,
this shit's a dud, dog. That was the best shot, and I just think the Eagles was just so motivated to say, man, bump y'all little piece of history, man. We need that. We need that get back. They play it like it. That's just what that is. That's exactly what that was. That was a BTA. I'm just gonna whoop your butt right here, right now, for what you did to us a couple of years ago. It ain't happening no more. And I hope you enjoyed it. Because you thought you was gonna nah, player. It ain't going down like that. That's what just Philly was on. They was on some real, just like the kind of the character. They said he just got real gritty and nasty and pushed back.
yeah,
They they just straight up was like, nah, man, bump all that. Nah, man. Hey, y'all might get y'all 3P history. It ain't gonna be on us, and
right,
that's what they said. So I
right.
mean,
We won't be here when y'all get that done.
yeah, yeah. So we might win a couple of more before y'all get y'all. So whatever, we might get ours. So look, shout out. you just got to give credit to the Eagles, and you know, I'm not one of those delusional Kansas City Chiefs fans that just won't be honest and just say that Eagles were just a better team. They kicked their ass. I mean, if I mean, come on, and if I mean, come on, don't just to me, there's no excuses. I mean, you know, it's similar to the Patriots. You in that whole Tom Brady era, when you say like when you go up against a team like that that's been had that consistent amount of success, like you gotta whoop their ass. You gotta leave no doubt. Like you, that's what you got to do. Eagles know that. The rest of other 30 teams in the NFL know that. So the Eagles just were the only team to execute that this in hell since Tampa Bay in that last Super Bowl.
Right.
So it is what it is, man.
So let me ask you this question. Early predictions based on this is past season. We just real quick, shot clock.
Mm,
Who do you have represent the NFC and who do you have represent the AFC in Super Bowl 60?
mm. Detroit got to find a way to not lay an egg like they did. I think Eagles repeat. If they're able to keep majority of this team together, um, obviously Saquon Sion, so is Jalen, so is the receivers. So much of your pieces on your offensive side. So I see the Eagles coming back. Um,
5 seconds.
Baltimore.
Ooh. Hey man. We're gonna see if Wildcard Mars is right. I have a similar pick as well. I'm gonna say the Eagles as well because they're my team right now. Um, and I'm gonna say Baltimore as well. I really would like. I think that's why I said this dynasty slash three-peat thing with the Chiefs is kind of done. I don't see Pat Mahomes getting any for the next 2 or 3 years. I think
Um, I think they still like.
I think they still contend.
Yeah. No. I'm with you, and I'm just gonna be straight, like honest with you. Obviously, they got a lot of players that they got to decide on what they got to do, cap wise, and you know pay, and how they value important to the franchise, or do you move on, get younger, go through the draft, um, or you know free agency. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. It to me, and none of these dudes matter to me till y'all figure out the damn left tackle. So and we know how that market is for the left tackle. It's pretty pricey. All
Yeah,
right, it's pretty pricey. So that kind of puts what your moves on free agency, draft, or you know trade wise kind of on hold until you figure out what you do with that because it's so pricey because you got to figure out how much the cap is going to eat up because that left tackle is they don't come cheap, bro. They ain't cheap. It kind of puts a strain on your direction, but that's just what it is. You got to find a way to deal with it, but you can't keep trying to put a band-aid on a bullet wound.
yeah, man. And speaking of which, off-season moves, real just briefly, we're going to discuss a couple of star players want some new air.
Mm,
Miles Garrett wants some new air.
mm,
Debo,
mm,
some new air.
mm.
I read a report today that DK Metcalf may be on the trading block.
Woo.
Real quick, Ma, real quick, let's just briefly talk about that. Um, I'll start with Debo. I'll say wherever Debo goes, I think Debo would, this will be a lot easier for Debo. He would have all the leverage if he would have had an all pro year.
Mm.
Um, do I think that he had an all pro year last year? Do I think that we all agree that he had an all pro? You know. But if he would have had an all pro year, he could have all the leverage and go wherever he want. He can pick where he wanted pretty much.
Mm,
Um, but I think Miles Garrett is an interesting one.
mm.
There have been some links to the Commanders, and if he goes there, that's kind of what their defense is missing.
That with the pieces they got already on that front. Ooh, oh my
Yeah,
God.
but him as like a bona fide pass rusher, um, that can help them.
Allen in pain? What?
Ooh wee. And Miles Garrett, yeah, that's crazy.
Goodness gracious.
I think the same thing with DK Metcalf. If he would have had a better year, he would have been in a better position to say where he wants to go as far as a trade. Um, I think these teams, I think depending on where Debo goes, like if Debo finds his way to Philadelphia,
Ooh. I got actually kind of like that though.
I don't because it's not fair at this point.
Well, no, he would be a great slot guy.
Yeah, and they would be greater. And then, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't lose ever. Well, actually, you know what? Make it happen so they can go undefeated. Because I've never seen an undefeated season. I think that team will go undefeated. If you got Debo, AJ Brown, Saquon, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae Smith, that is nasty. That's some Madden stuff. Mark Amar, what do you think about some of these trade requests?
Hey, whoever ends up with Miles Garrett, um, just don't end up on no team that ain't like close to contending. That's all I ask. Like, don't be sending Miles Garrett to no team that's like rebuilding. Like,
Dude, if I'm the Browns, I'm trying to get my bang for my buck.
oh well, yeah. If you are Browns, it's business. Trust me. I'm 100% agree with you. Obviously, I'm not 100% on the situation if Miles has a no trade clause on that situation or not.
No, those don't exist in the NFL.
Now some of them guys do. Some of them go. Some of them do. But I think Miles Garrett is probably the best piece in there because we just saw how the Super Bowl was won with great pass rush. And he's one of those. He's one of those game changers. So I think you get him on your squad, man. You especially if you are a contending team, like you said, if you put him on Washington, oh, that's scary. That's something nice. I think that would be dope for Washington, man. Especially for a team that just got to the NFC Championship. Obviously they didn't have some turnovers, but they they probably might have a different outcome. But it is what it is. But no, yeah, I like that Miles Garrett joint. Yeah, give me that. He
So
come, come on.
here's the reason why I don't want him to really go through, and I'm not hating on him. I want him to succeed. But
Mhm.
here's the reason why I kind of don't want him to go to a contender because I like when the league is balanced and then everybody has a chance. If you go to a contender, the Eagles, for example, the Eagles would trade 7 first-round picks for Miles Garrett. However, based on what they have, plus adding Miles Garrett, those picks are going to be the 34th, 32nd pick in the draft in the first round. Cleveland doesn't help Cleveland. So Cleveland's still going to stay in the dump the juice. I would rather see them trade somewhere where they could get something for him. And Cleveland could get like my dream scenario will be he goes somewhere that he wants to go and he ends up starting to win, but Cleveland gets better at getting rid of him as well. That would be my dream scenario. Like I'm from the DMV, bro. I'm from Maryland, and there's no shame in my game. The Wizards, Washington football team have sucked for a long time. So I feel the people in Cleveland.
How long, bro?
Oh man, little mom, little baby mom, she's a little baby,
I say that.
poor little innocent child, knows nothing about the world. and that's when the Bullets won. You know, they were the Bullets then. So I kind of feel for Cleveland, but I'm with you, bro. If he goes to a team like a Commanders, like a Eagles, like a, a surprising one would be the Ravens,
Mm.
he's going to make an impact immedially, I
Oh yeah,
believe.
immediate.
Unless he goes to a team like Jay's team, the Titans or something.
Hey yo, no.
If he goes there, then he might as well just quit.
He might as well stay in Cleveland, bro.
Right. He might as well like, no, never mind. I don't even want to be traded. But my bad. I was tripping. You know, I was off them shrooms. My bad, man. But
Hey, never mind.
yeah, come on now. I was just playing, man. You know me. I'm a jokester.
I got you.
I gotcha. But moving on from NFL trades or possible trades, we're going to talk a little bit more about the NBA trades. We talked a little bit last week. King Mill did not follow the assignment. For some reason, we were talking about the current ones, and he went on a tirade about the Knicks. Um, and Carl Anthony Towns, how they got away. So right now, as what we've seen, Dalton Connect of your Lakers has been sent back to your Lakers.
Oh man.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about the trades. I want to talk. I want to ask you, Wildcard Mar, if you are Dalton Connect right now, what are you saying to the Lakers and Rob Pelinka?
Like, damn, man, that's how y'all really feel about me, bruh. Hey man, they'll buy me out, bruh. Nah, man, they'll buy me out, bruh. That's what I'm saying. And just buy me out, man. For real. Just buy me out. Cause that's how you really felt about it, bruh. And it fell through because of they end. Yeah, man, just buy me out, dog. Cause y'all was ready to get rid of me anyway. So y'all really don't want me here. All right, so y'all don't want me here. Yeah, I don't want to be here. Cut the check. Let me go about my business. Let somebody else pick me up, or if they don't pick me up, I just stay in shape, chill with my with my little boo. I got some bread, so what? Chilling. Yeah, yeah. Y'all gonna have to cut the check. Yeah. Bye, y'all.
So I read somewhere, and this could be wrong, um, but it looked like, I mean, I don't remember the exact source, but it was a reliable source that the Lakers still might end up getting Williams because Charlotte might buy him out. So,
Mm.
um, the Lakers look like they're going into their bus bag, I call it, because they're starting to pull their weight a little bit. They were like, "Hey, man, we gonna send him back to y'all because he didn't really pass our physicals." And Charlotte's like, "Man, he passed all our physicals. We don't want him." We tricked you. We wanted you to buy him out, so now we get him for dirt cheap.
Hey,
That's the Lakers. The Lakers is smart. If that happens, man, it's been
criminal.
smooth collusion. That's what it is. Collusion. Um, but I think yeah, I think everybody was saying Luka looked like he was getting in shape. That's just because he had an all black. That man's still out of shape. Uh, Now, do I think it's fair to say he was going to get in shape in 4 days? No, but yeah, if him being out of shape was the reason why Dallas traded him, then yeah, I get it. Been a little bit of rumblings about what they feel, but Mar, what trade have you seen that has excited you or gave you some hope for that team in the future?
Hey, real quick, I do gotta laugh at that trade just a little bit because if you're a Mavericks fan, you're like, man, you traded for Anthony Davis, man. We know that dude stay hurt. And then a couple of days after his debut, oh,
No,
ow,
no, 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 no. Not a couple of days after his debut. The day of his debut, he got hurt the same game. And see, I don't want to make no jokes,
I don't either, but
but come on, man. You shouldn't play basketball, dog.
Like, come on, man. Like, we just
You
got
be getting hurt just standing there.
we just got you, bro. We already heard that we traded it away. As if you a Mavericks fan, you're like, bro, man, we already traded away our future. Man, we got Anthony Davis. Like, he cool and all. Like, he good. Like, he's still 32, so he got a little juice left. And then, let's see what him and Kyrie do. All right. We go pull up in the game. Man, debut. Yeah. Man, he doing good. And then, he like, this mother, you gotta be feeling that way.
You
Like,
got to stop watching sports after that. Like you're cursed. Now you feel like the Clevelands and the Washingtons and all those other places. Like, ain't no way that was supposed to happen like that, bro. Like like I'm not. I promise you, I don't want. I'm not trying to make no jokes. I promise you, I'm not. Man,
hey, you gotta be cursed, man.
if I didn't like Dallas, like if I just hated the city of Dallas, I would be making so many jokes right now because man,
Damn.
I know for a fact you guys are feeling something that I felt here. Like for example, with Washington, you always hear me talking about with the Redskins. When we got RG3, we had that one season with him, and then he got hurt. So we was like, damn,
And you talking about pissed off, man.
we was pissed. But this happened the same damn game. Like he wasted no time to show y'all what everybody else been saying about him. Street clothes.
That's crazy, dog.
Dog, he got hurt. He was, and the wild part about it was I was out driving when that game was on last week, and I saw on ESPN. I stopped somewhere. I looked on my app, the ESPN app. It said Anthony Davis killing right now. I got him. You know how the ESPN when you go to ESPN app, they got the headline and they got the picture. He's screaming, and then I go back like 20 minutes later, and it said Anthony Davis hurt with a non-contact injury. I'm like, dog, if you're from Dallas right now, I just want to say you're in our prayers. We understand, bro. We totally understand. Now, anything else that with the trades that you wanted to point out, or that was just it?
I really like that
You are
De'Aaron.
really a Los Angeles Laker fan. You're from the West. You're a West Coast fan. That was some Kendrick level petty right there that you
I,
did.
I'm just saying, man, this shit was hella funny though. But um, I'm gonna go with De'Aaron Fox too to San Antonio, but not for this year because I don't think they're gonna make enough noise this year. But um, I really like it for the future, and being around Pop and seeing what they can really do, uh, general manager wise, as in getting some pieces. So, yeah, give me that for the future. Nah, for sure on that.
Okay, I got one that's going to surprise the people because usually on this show I'm the immature one and petty, so I'm going to surprise people.
Oh Lord,
Jimmy Butler with the Golden State Warriors is going to be a good team.
oh Lord.
He gets to play second option. Since the Bulls, since Derrick Rose got hurt, he's really been the first option everywhere he's gone, and he's not supposed to be. So, like when he was with Minnesota, you had Wiggs, you had Cat. That was supposed to be their team,
Mhm.
but we know who team it was. When he was with Philly, you had Joel Embiid, you had um, Ben Simmons at the time, but we knew who was taking the last shot.
Yeah,
So we know who pretty much the primary option was. Even in Miami, he was the primary option. This is the first time he gets to sit back, play the Robin role. I think if he keeps his attitude intact, the Warriors can be scary good. Now, will they be the dynasty Warriors? Nah. But I think they may be scary and they may be able to, do some things. But we'll see. And speaking of seeing some things, Wildcard Mar, are you excited about? You had a zero on your hand.
no, I was just
Oh, so
see.
you might. I'm about to say because you might not already know the question I'm about to ask. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much excitement do you have for this All Star weekend?
Oh no, it is a zero because you know why?
See, that's how I set that up great.
Because they took away Sabrina versus Steph. They took Sabrina versus Steph away. They
Well,
not.
Kaylin said she didn't want to do it.
I,
They asked Caitlin, she said that she wants to do it, which I think is the right answer for her to say that she wants to be the first time she wants to do it is for the women.
yeah, but I needed that Sabrina versus Steph run back because Sabrina made it real competitive towards the end of that joint. So I was wanting to run back, and I ain't getting it. So I'm not looking forward to nothing. I don't want to see nothing now.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I think that the NBA needs to be well. See, I do think that this year the reason why it didn't happen because they were going into the Olympics and they were both training at the time for the Olympics.
I don't care.
But I'm with you. I do think it needs to be ran back, but I think it needs to be ran back at WNBA All Star Weekend.
Hey, at some point in time, give it, run it back. You know, because it happened at the All Star game the first time. I was expecting it again this year. They ain't doing it, so
I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
I don't think I'm gonna watch any All Star weekend. To be honest with you, because that was probably the only thing that was really for me entertaining last year.
What was rumored I saw was it was this year was supposed to be Kaylin and Sabrina versus Clay and Steph.
Now, that'd have been dope. I
But I
ain't
also think that the women are looking at it like, all right,
on our own platform or some
what
shit like
about us?
that.
Because yes, okay, let's keep it real. Steph versus Sabrina brought in ratings for last year's All Star Weekend.
Oh no,
Well, if you do the same thing and you flip it, there's going to be ratings that's brought in for the WNBA.
ooh,
So why are we not doing it for them?
I rocks with you on that.
That's why I think that Caitlin said what she said. Because last year's All Star Weekend, I mean, who won the slam dunk contest?
Oh,
Wasn't it Matt again?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
Okay, well,
I couldn't.
I don't remember much of what happened last All Star Weekend either. So, but I do remember Sabrina versus Steph,
Yes,
and I believe that brought that drove in the audience for the
yeah,
All Star Weekend. So,
because
just if we're talking about helping and building the WNBA,
that'd have been dope.
why is it the favorite return?
That'd be dope.
Because if you put Steph versus Sabrina or Steph versus Caitlin
mm,
in the women's All Star Weekend in the
sales,
middle of the summer,
sales,
man.
easy money,
So I kind of understand why the women probably may be reluctant to do it. They
easy,
probably see the play.
easy money,
Yeah, easy. I don't. I think that will be the highest rated All Star Weekend for the WNBA
easy.
ever. So we'll see.
That's a good point.
Anything else you might want to see?
No, I know they trying to they keep trying to change up formats of the All Star game. I'm just like y'all keep changing it up, and I still don't ain't have zero care. So um, I mean I'll be honest, just because I do gotta give an honest opinion. I'll watch at least a portion of it to try to get a grasp on the the do's and don'ts of these new formats. So I don't look crazy when I'm talking about it.
Well,
I
it's the format that the rookie game been going over for the last 3 years.
which actually ain't not that bad. You know.
That's what it is. So if you familiar with that, that's what it is.
Okay. And that makes it a lot easier to break it down because I did watch some of those rookie joints on the All Star weekend, but
So if you're listening, this is how it goes. There are 3 teams made up of NBA All Stars, and there's the Rising Star winner. The whoever wins the Rising Star game, that's the 4th team. Those teams play in a mini tournament. So 1 versus 2, 2 versus 4. I mean 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. then the winner of those games play in the finals. I think it might be another round, but I could be wrong because the rookie game is only two, so I could be wrong. So they might have a third place game. Who knows? But that's how they're doing it moving forward. Um, I just wish they go back East West
Mm-hmm.
and they just give the players money to incentivize it to make them play. Because I mean,
Hey,
realistically, I've said this on the show before. Everyone acts like every All-Star game has been competitive, and that's a lie. When we were growing up, there were All-Star games that weren't competitive. Like people point back to the 2001 All-Star game, which was in DC, and when Allen Iverson won the MVP, and they were like, "Well, that game was so competitive." At one point, the East was down 30.
mm-mm.
It was competitive because they came back and they ended up winning. But if they didn't win that game, we wouldn't be talking about that game as one of the greatest All-Star games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's been some All-Star games when it wasn't competitive. Um, but I guess now it just looks more non-competitive than it's always ever been. One thing Gilbert Arenas said that he pointed it out was now more than they've ever done, you're giving spots to people that are having great seasons, but you're not giving spots to the stars. And it's the all-star weekend.
Ooh,
And you may be deserving to be acknowledged, but maybe not as an all-star.
ooh, that's a fair point.
And that's why some of these, and you know, Rashad McCants always tries to backtrack him and talk stuff. But what he was basically, what Gil actually said was, you got some people on this team that are all stars that are looking at the players that are selected and they're not taking it serious because they're playing, they know who should be the all stars. So you have them on this level playing against these people that are not necessarily on their level. Why would they take it serious?
Ooh,
And I mean, if I mean, I don't, I hate to give props to other podcasts, but if you want to go see what he said, Gil's Arena, he said it was a good debate they had. But I
straight.
just think they need to go back to East West and make it so that you make it 2 million or 3 million, whoever wins. 3 million in home court advantage in the finals. So,
Yeah.
you know, that will probably make it more competitive. Because baseball did that with the World Series for a little bit. I don't know if they still do. I don't think they still do it, but for a while they did it where whoever won the All-Star game got home field advantage in the World Series.
Yeah.
And it led to some competitive late night extra inning baseball. Um, so if baseball can do it, and baseball is one of the most boring sports to watch, and basketball can possibly do it as well. But we are almost at the end of this show, unless Wildcard has any sports he wants to talk about.
Nah, man. It was it's been a great show because this has been very therapeutic for your boy because it's been a rough week for your boy, man. It's the city been real sad around this joint, man. They've
Oh
been
man, I can only imagine. I might ain't making no jokes. I didn't
uh,
even think about that.
I've been trying to tell the people like, yo, bro, it's okay. Like we still good. Like it's okay. It's just a bad day. It's all right, y'all. Like relax. Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta check in on. I had to check in on a couple of people. Like, yo, you good, bro?
Man,
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. Like, hey, bro, it's all right, bro. It's all good, man.
as a former Kansas City Chiefs fan, I felt like that when the clock was ticking
Yeah, man.
down, like when the Philadelphia was running it down, like, damn man, we lost. And as soon as it hit zero, I said, wait, I'm a winner.
Wait, I lost, but I won.
They should call it the Mike T Love Bowl. That's what they should call it
Hey,
moving forward. They're fighting for the love of Mike T, for the love of T.
I love a
And we're
T.
going to park the bus right there because that was a right there. So park this bus right here. Hey man, We got a lot of content on 613 each
Mm.
and every Friday. You can catch your boy Hollywood Mike T, and also I'm gonna spread the episodes out, moving like around, just to give y'all a preview around April, Mayish. I'll have two come out a week to, so we can wrap the season up for Maryland Tech. But Maryland Tech, if you don't know what it is, we created a team using 2023 Mo County seniors, and we put them on a team. You got your Josh Harris Goffs, your Nina Marzulos, Raymond Bentz, Monte Wades, and plenty more. You can come out each and every Friday. That's on 613. Also, each and every Saturday, you got your boys each and every Saturday morning on every platform. You got the audio platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts. I don't even think Google Podcasts exist anymore, but I'm gonna keep saying it until I find out. Um, you also got YouTube. We're everywhere where you can listen or view a podcast on Saturday mornings. Four Corner Boys, Foes Up, Quads Down, Saturday afternoons. They own Saturday afternoons. And Sundays, you got your boy. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but five top wrestling moments of the week. We Each week we just it's a different time for that. Depending on what's going on in the world at that time. So we got plenty of content. Make sure you like, subscribe to all of our content. Hey, Wildcard Mark, tell them they can find you on social media.
You know where to find your boy. Find me on that Twitter at KC Wildcard. Personally, if you want to chop it up with me, but hey, make sure you definitely tap in on that 613 Faye Productions YouTube channel. I mean, chopping it up with my boy Mike T. You dig?
Also on Twitter, you can find Jae Jones Poppin' Fresh 25 and our other man, G Money Caveman. G Money, is it G Money Caveman?
Yeah.
Yes, G Money Caveman Twitter. I just had to make sure. You can also find Jae Jones on Instagram, J.Jones. And you can find me, Coach Drip _ Mike T on Instagram and Twitter. Again, like and subscribe at 613. We almost at our 1,000 goal. And we would really appreciate it if you helped us get to our 1,000 goal. Hey man, what Jay Jones say? You ain't usually gotta go home.
We gotta shut the door on their ass, man. We
But we
about it.
about to shut the door on you. Beep, 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 beep.
We are, yo.